Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and sometimes things going on in my real life. Today is the update for everybody's favorite game-based panning project, Deck of Panning. So, if you're interested in seeing how I'm doing, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Deck of Panning was created by Emily here on YouTube at Emily and Max, and she was inspired by a booktuber's To Be Read game that was books by Maddie. This project started on January 20th and goes until December 20th with updates every month around the 20th, and you are to work with a deck of cards and a spreadsheet that Emily shuffles every month. You are to draw 5 cards to start with and work on the prompts associated with those on the game board. So let's talk about what I've been working on and what I'm rolling out. So the first prompt I have in was for the 4 of diamonds, and that prompt is home. So something that is from your home country. I went with my home state, and I brought in a nail polish. This is from Vec. It is the shade Rojo, and this brand was from Redmond, Washington. I don't believe they exist anymore. This is a really beautiful deep red, and my goal is to use it 4 times since it was the 4 of diamonds. So far I've used it twice, so I have 2 more uses left to go, and I will try and pop in a picture of a manicure I wore it in. Because I think the first time I wore it, it was a pedicure. And in the manicure I wore, I paired it with the next prompt that I'm working on, which was for the Ace of Spades, and that is Baby Goal. And for that I brought in another nail polish. That's why they went together. This is from Avon. It is their Speed Dry, and it looks black, but if I bring it closer you can see it's really dark red. This is called Vamp It Up. This is a really dark blood red polish cream. My goal for this one was to wear it twice, and I have done that. I wore it once as a pedicure and once in the manicure with the Vac polish. So this is a prompt rolling out because I've met my goal of 2 uses. Next is for the prompt. It was the 2 of diamonds, and the prompt that time was this time last year. So something you brought into your collection this time last year. I brought that in August, and in August I brought in this perfume from Atelier Cologne. This is Clementine, California. My goal was to use this 10 times because minimum goal is usually 5 unless it's a nail polish, and since this was the 2 of diamonds, I decided to do 2 times 5 with 10 uses. So I met my goal. I didn't mark where I was last month, but I'm pretty sure I had like 4 or 5 uses, but I have met my goal and used it all 10 times. So it is rolling out of this project and rolling into another project, but you'll have to, keep an eye on my projects to know what project that is. But it is done for this project. So I used it 10 out of 10 times. And then last month I got the first card was an Ace of Diamonds, which is draw another card. So I picked the 3 of diamonds, which is, ooh, the shame. Something you have in your collection that you have not used yet. So I brought in another fragrance. This one was gifted to me by a friend, and it is called Humor. I don't know what country this is from, but anyway, this fragrance I had received and I had smelled it to know if I liked it, but since it was given to me as a gift, they wanted to know if I liked it, and I did. And since then I had not used it. So far I've used it 3 times. I am wearing it today. It is quite nice. It has sort of a light, sugary, fruity scent. Not my typical, but I'm learning I like a lot of different scents depending on the mood I'm in or just whatever I feel like wearing, and so this is quite nice. My goal is to use it 13 times because it was, I don't know why I picked 13. I guess because an ace, 10, and then a 3. We're gonna go with that. That's why I did it, because an ace is 10 and then I had a 3 of diamonds, so 13 uses. I've used it 3 out of 13 uses, so I have 10 more uses left to go, and I keep forgetting to mark the end of my usage for the month. Okay. The next prompt I brought in last month was for the 3 of hearts, and that is in it for the long haul, which is one of my nemesis prompts because I've gotten it in the past and it was in for the long haul. But this time I brought in my Pacifica blush. This is the Pacifica Natural Mineral Blush in Wild Rose. It is the oldest blush, probably the oldest makeup item in my whole collection, and I am trying slowly to finish it. I did have big pan in it, repressed it, and now I've gotten pan in it again. It is expanding. I had just little pans last month. Now I have 3 okay size pans. So since bringing it in last month, I've used it 10 times. I am wearing it today in combination with some other things. So 10 out of 30 was my goal, so I have 20 more uses left to go with this guy. And hopefully those pans will continue to expand. And then finally, the last prompt I got last month was the 6 of diamonds, and that is Fantasy Self, which threw me for a doozy because I am really picky about the makeup products I bring into my collection. I always try and bring in things that I really like and will use. And there's nothing terribly out of my comfort zone. So I went with jewelry, and specifically I picked this ring here. This was given to me as a gift, and I picked it out and I purchased it. But I have a lot of jewelry in my collection that I don't wear. So I'm challenging myself to wear this 30 times. And so far, since the last update, I've worn it 18 times. So yay me, I'm wearing it. Sometimes I wear it on this hand, sometimes I wear it on this hand. I'm not particular. Anyway, so my goal, is to wear it 30 times. I've worn it 18, so I have 12 more days left to wear it. And I try and wear it for the whole day, not just for recording or for a few hours. I try and wear it for the whole day. So yeah, speaking of, just want to throw this out there that I am formulating an idea for a project next year where to use accessories, that would be necklaces, bracelets, rings, scarves, hats, belts, purses, whatever kind of accessory you can think of that maybe you use or that I use. I have, like I said, a lot of jewelry, and I'm thinking about trying to find a way to make a project out of that. So if anybody has any suggestions or would want to participate or, collaborate, let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. So, that being said, this means I met my goal on 2 items, the cologne and the Avon nail polish, so I need to bring in 2 new prompts. Since I did have the pick up an extra card last month, I've been working on 6 prompts. And I've decided that until that prompt, which was Oh the Shame, is done, I'm keeping it to 6 prompts. That makes sense? I think so. So let me flip my page because I'm at the bottom of the page, and we're going to get my deck of cards and shuffle them up, and I'm going to pull up the game board, and we're going to draw 2 new cards to work on. Alright, so I have the game board. That is why my face is a little bit brighter, because my screen is in front of me and I'm looking at the spreadsheet. So let's take a look. All the face cards stay the same every month, and then all the numbered cards get shuffled. So we have favorite category, matches eye color, brand you own the most from, Favorite color, mini sample. Represents another project. Yummy. Matches shirt. I'm wearing a black shirt with red print on it. If I get that one, I'll show you my shirt. Otherwise, it's a black shirt. Just take my word for it. Influenced, affordable, easy peasy, glowy. Okay, there is a veto. I don't see match is nails, which would be cool because they're blue, but they're also purple. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But anyway, we're going to cut the deck and pick from the top. We have the 9 of Hearts, which is going to be Graveyard. Okay. A nod to Emily's other project, Project Graveyard, where you work on old items or items that have been collecting dust. Alright, and then the next prompt is the 5 of Hearts. SPF. Okay, give me a moment to pick my products and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. That took me a few minutes to think about, and I had to do a little bargaining. So the first prompt for the 9 of Hearts, which was Graveyard, I dug out something I've never used that has been in my collection for who knows how long. I think I got it in a FabFitFun box, which I stopped getting in like 2019. So it's been around a while collecting dust, and this is the Perfect Repair Treatment Hair Mask from Nature Lab Tokyo. It is brand new. I just opened it to check on it, and it's like not a drop missing, never used it. And I just finished my last hair mask, so I figured we're gonna bring this in and I'm gonna try and use it. Since this is an all-over hair mask, I'm guessing that I should be able to finish this in not too long. There are 6.7 fluid ounces or 200 mils. So that is coming into finish. And then for the 5 of Hearts, which was for SPF, I am bringing in my Sunbum SPF base. I only have 2 SPF products in my collection. It is this and the Sunbum body, which I'm not planning on wearing anytime before next summer, so I figured I'd bring this in, and I'm just going to bring it in for 5 uses because I do have this in my Throwback 30 for finishing, and since I'm going to be using it anyway, telling 5 uses on this for usage is just, you know, going toward finishing it goal in the other project, so it doesn't really matter. So that is what I'm bringing in. So that is it for this update. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that while you're here. It means a lot to me. And until my next video, don't forget to take care of yourselves. Stay true to you. And I love you, no matter who or what you are. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.